মোহনবাগান ট্রেনিং বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে।
ঠিক আছে, okay, we are live. So Devashish joins us from the Mohanbagan training. It's raining heavily in Kolkata. Devashish, exactly scene টা কি? আমি ভিডিও গুলো চালাচ্ছি, ব্যাক এন্ডে রোহান চালিয়ে দেবে, বাট আপডেটটা
আমি শুকনো জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়েছিলাম, এখন দেখছি যে আমাকে সরে যেতে হবে, যেভাবে জল আমাকে মনে হচ্ছে সরে যেতে হবে, কেন এখানে দেখছি নিচে পায়ের তলায় জল। আমি শুকনো জায়গা থেকে দাঁড়িয়েছিলাম। যেটা বলছি যে অবভিয়াসলি প্রচন্ড বৃষ্টি হচ্ছে হঠাৎ, মানে জাস্ট প্র্যাকটিসটা শুরু হলো, অঝোরে বৃষ্টি নামলো এবং সেই সঙ্গে লাইটনিং, এবং তার জন্য মোহনবাগান প্র্যাকটিসটা বন্ধ করে দিতে বাধ্য হলো। ইস্টবেঙ্গলটা আমি বলতে পারবো না, কেন রাহুল আছে, ইস্টবেঙ্গল ট্রেনিংটা কভার করছে, কিন্তু মোহনবাগান ট্রেনিং কিন্তু বন্ধ এখন। 15-20 মিনিট ট্রেনিং শুরু করেছিল, তারপরে বৃষ্টি আর এই লাইটনিং এর জন্য রিস্ক না নিয়ে সমস্ত প্লেয়ারদের সবাই ড্রেসিং রুমে। তবে একটা যেটা সব থেকে বড় আপডেট যেটা দিতে চাই বড়িয়াদা, মোহনবাগান সমর্থকরা খুশি হবে এই আপডেটটা পেয়ে। আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজ কিন্তু ট্রেনিং করছে আজকে, এবং প্রথম টিমের পুরো দলের সঙ্গে আজকে ট্রেনিং করছে। সুতরাং যেটা তুমি বারংবার বলছিলে যে গতকালও, যে ইউ হ্যাড দ্য গাট ফিলিং যে আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজকে ডার্বির জন্য ডেফিনেটলি সুস্থ করে তোলা হবে, এবং সেটাই আজকে দেখা গেল। প্র্যাকটিসের শুরুতে কিন্তু সবার সঙ্গে কিন্তু ওয়ার্ম আপ করতে দেখা গেল আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজকে। শুধু ওয়ার্ম আপ নয়, ছোট ছোট পাস করে যে খেলা, সেখানেও কিন্তু আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজ ছিল। তারপর তো যেটা বললাম যে বৃষ্টির জন্য যেভাবে লাইটনিং হলো, তারপরে সবাই মিলে প্র্যাকটিস থেকে উঠে গেল মোহনবাগান প্লেয়াররা।
सो ताहले जा दाঁড়াচ্ছে, या तो गेमिंग प्लीज टॉक इन हिंदी यार, वो जो कह रहे हैं कि अभी बारिश के लिए मोहनबागान अपना प्रैक्टिस बंद कर दिया, लाइटनिंग भी हो रहा है, ये देखिए विजुअल्स हम दिखा रहे हैं आपको, और ये कह रहे हैं कि अल्बर्टो रॉड्रिगेज फिट है, वो खेलेंगे। सो ज्यादा अपडेट्स अभी नहीं है, क्योंकि अभी प्रैक्टिस बंद है। प्रैक्टिस बारिश और लाइटनिंग के वजह से बंद कर दिया गया है, बट अभी आपके स्क्रीन पर आप देख सकते हो, दीज आर विजुअल्स फ्रॉम ईस्ट बंगाल प्रैक्टिस, जो राहुल ने हमें भेजा है। ईस्ट बंगाल प्रैक्टिस इज ऑल्सो ऑन एट द सेम टाइम। एक ही समय में दोनों क्लब प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे। देवाशीष मोहनबागान प्रैक्टिस कवर कर रहे हैं और राहुल ईस्ट बंगाल प्रैक्टिस कवर कर रहे हैं। राहुल हमारे साथ जुड़ नहीं पाए, क्योंकि वहां भी इतना लाइटनिंग और बारिश हो रहा है, वो जुड़ नहीं पाए। So this is what it is. It is actually raining heavily in Calcutta. Today it's a rain day as far as Indian sport is concerned. Bengaluru, the match was washed out because of rain. Here the practice has been stopped because of rain. There was absolutely no play in Bengaluru whatsoever. These are Mohanbagan visuals. These are Mohanbagan visuals of the players giving autographs. This is what Greg Stewart there signing autographs. Devashish, what was the mood like? Tumi to besh kichukkon chile. What is the mood like before?
Absolutely, not many supporters, Mohanbagan supporters, compared to East Bengal supporters, and they were saying, and mostly কিডস, মানে এরা বেশিরভাগই সব খুদে মোহনবাগান সমর্থক। এরা সবাই যেটা দেখতে পাচ্ছ যে সব প্লেয়াররা আসার সঙ্গে সঙ্গে ঝাঁপিয়ে পড়ছিল, এবং কেউ ছবি তুলছে, কেউ অটোগ্রাফ নিচ্ছে। এরই মধ্যে একটা বাচ্চা ছেলের আমি কথা বলার চেষ্টা করেছিলাম, ও এইখানেই চিংড়িঘাটায় থাকে, এবং ও এসেছিল। সবাই ওই বাচ্চা ছেলেটাকে, সবাই মোহনবাগানের সমস্ত প্লেয়ার ওকে সই দিয়ে গেল। একটা খাতা নিয়ে এসেছিল, ওই খাতায় সবাই এক একটা পাতা এক একটা প্লেয়ারের সই। দারুণ দারুণ, মানে এবং ওর প্রিয় প্লেয়ার হচ্ছে সাহাল আব্দুল সামাদ। এই যে এখন দেখছেন যে সমস্ত ফ্যানরা এরা ছিল। এবং এই আজকে কিন্তু গড়িয়াদা মোহনবাগান মাঠে ট্রেনিং করার কথা ছিল, এবং কিন্তু শেষ মুহূর্তে কিন্তু মোহনবাগানের ট্রেনিং ভেন্যু পাল্টে যায়, যুব ভারতীতে ট্রেনিং করার সিদ্ধান্ত নেওয়া। এবং ডার্বি অব দি ট্রেনিং যুব ভারতীতে কিন্তু দুই প্রধানকে পাশাপাশি দুই ট্রেনিং গ্রাউন্ডে প্র্যাকটিস করতে দেখবো। এটা কিন্তু মানে একটুখানি অবাকই, কেন যে ডার্বির যে উত্তাপ, ডার্বির যে টেনশন, সেই সব কিন্তু এখানে এলে কেউ বুঝতে পারবে না যে প্র্যাকটিস গ্রাউন্ড 1 আর প্র্যাকটিস গ্রাউন্ড 2 পাশাপাশি দুটো মাঠে ইস্ট বেঙ্গল এবং মোহনবাগান ট্রেনিং করছে ডার্বির প্রস্তুতিতে। মানে এটা বিরল দৃশ্য।
তুমি বলছিলে টিকিট নিয়ে যে মোহনবাগান ফ্যান্সদের জন্য they can buy tickets from and you had also sent us a video. Can you give us an update on what tickets, offline tickets পাওয়া যাচ্ছে কোথা থেকে? What is happening? Give us an update please.
Exactly. টিকিটের মূল্য 5টা টিকিট, অফলাইন টিকিট আজকে থেকে শুরু হয়েছে, সমর্থকরা আজকে পেতে শুরু করেছে। এবং ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের যেহেতু এটা হোম ম্যাচ, ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের একটা কুপন সিস্টেম আছে। যে সকল দর্শক বুক মাই শোতে গিয়ে ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের টিকিট কিনবে, they will get a discount of 10%. সাপোজ যদি টিকিটের মূল্য হয় 300 টাকা, ইস্ট বেঙ্গল ফ্যান্স ক্যান বাই দ্যাট টিকিট ফর 270 রুপিস। কিন্তু মোহনবাগান ফ্যানেদের জন্য কোনো অফার নেই। স্বাভাবিক, এটা ইস্টবেঙ্গলের হোম গ্রাউন্ড, ইস্টবেঙ্গল যা চাইবে তাই করবে। সুতরাং 300, 350, 400 যে তিনটে 500 টাকারও টিকিট আছে, অল দ্য টিকিটস ফর ইস্টবেঙ্গল সাপোর্টার্স তাদের জন্য 10% ডিসকাউন্ট।
এটা বেশ মজার, দিস ইজ এ গুড ওয়ান, আই কোয়াইট লাইক দিস। যে ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের হোম ম্যাচের জন্য ইস্ট বেঙ্গল সাপোর্টার্স উইল গেট a 10% ডিসকাউন্ট, নট ব্যাড। বাট টিকিট পাওয়া যাচ্ছে কি দেবাশিস? টিকিটস আর স্টিল अवेलेबल if
পাওয়া
people
যাচ্ছে,
want to
পাওয়া
go
যাচ্ছে।
live?
আমি if Ishan can play those visuals, কেন আমি এখানে সল্ট লেকে বক্স অফিসেরও ভিজুয়াল পাঠিয়েছি, প্লাস আমি মোহনবাগান এবং ইস্টবেঙ্গল দুটো ক্লাবেই গেছিলাম। মোহনবাগান ক্লাবের আমি ভিজুয়ালস কিছুটা পেয়েছি, যদিও যদিও এখনো সেই এক্সাইটমেন্টটা কিন্তু এখনো বিল্ড করেনি। ক্রিকেটের যেরকম আমরা ডুরান্ড কাপের আগে যেরকম আমরা লাইন দেখেছিলাম, লম্বা লাইন, রাত্রে ভোর রাত্রের থেকে লাইন দিয়ে বসেছিল, হয়তো সেই চিত্র আমরা দেখবো 18 তারিখে দেখতে পারবো। নাও ইটস টু আর্লি, কেন আজকেই সবাই সবে টিকিট ছেড়েছে, আজকে আবার লক্ষ্মী পুজো, বেশিরভাগ বাঙালি আপামর বাঙালির বাড়িতেই কিন্তু লক্ষ্মী পুজো হচ্ছে। সুতরাং মেবি দ্যাট মাইট বি দ্য রিজন যে টিকিট নিয়ে এখনো কিন্তু সেরকম উত্তেজনা লক্ষ্য করা গেল না শহরবাসীর মধ্যে। কিন্তু আমার ধারণা কালকে পরশুদিন আমরা অনেক বেশি দর্শক দেখতে পারবো টিকিট কিনতে।
Devashish, arekta point you also sort of, we put out that story that Delhi FC has filed a fresh case Anwar issueটাতে saying যে PSC দুজন মেম্বার do not fill the criteria of legality যেটা AIFF এর কনস্টিটিউশনে। Can you also update on that?
হ্যাঁ, একটা ফ্রেশ নাকি এরকম একটা মামলা দায়ের করা হয়েছে শোনা যাচ্ছে, যে দিল্লি হাইকোর্টে দিল্লি এফসির তরফ থেকে এটা অভিযোগটা করা হয়েছে। কিন্তু এটা আদৌ ঢোপে টিকবে বলে আমার মনে হয় না, কেননা প্লেয়ার স্টেটাস কমিটি কবে থেকে কম করা হয়েছে, তারা একাধিক হিয়ারিং করেছে, তখন কিন্তু বিষয়টা কেউ উল্লেখ করেনি। এখন হঠাৎ করে, মানে এটা কিছু নয়, আনোয়ারকে কোনোভাবে খেলাতে হবে। ঠিক আছে, আনোয়ার তো খেলবে, ইজ অ্যাভেলেবল ফর দ্য। আজকে আনোয়ারকে দেখা গেল, আজকে আমি রিলস এর কিছু ভিডিও পাঠিয়েছি, আনোয়ারকে দেখা গেল এবং বেশ খুশি মেজাজে আছে আনোয়ারকে। এটা এখন দেখা যায় যে ডার্বিতে মোহনবাগানের সঙ্গে ভাই ভালো খেলো না, ভালোই হবে।
হ্যালো, বাট দ্য পয়েন্ট ইজ এইভাবে কেসটা তো ইভেন্চুয়ালি সলভ করতে হবে। মানে ইস্ট বেঙ্গল প্লেয়ারদেরকে আপনারা দেখছেন, সৌভিক চক্রবর্তী, একের পর এক ফুটবলার্স, দিজ আর ভিজুয়ালস দ্যাট আর ফ্রম ইস্ট বেঙ্গল প্র্যাকটিস, যেগুলো রাহুল আমাদেরকে পাঠিয়েছিলেন। আর 48 ঘন্টা বাকি ফর দ্য ডার্বি। সো কুইক কাপল অফ কমেন্টস ফ্রম দেবাশিস বিফোর ভিজুয়াল গুলো আপনারা দেখতেই পারেন। বিফোর আই গো টু আদার স্টোরিজ, আই হ্যাভ টু go to cricket and what is happening in Bangalore. Is it that bad? Of course, we'll go to Gargi for Akhil Sheoran and the second medal that India got, and Ridhim Sangwan, who once again, she was tied at 27 and lost a shoot-off, a four-way shoot-off, to lose out on a World Championship medal, World Cup final medal rather than for Ridhim Sangwan. So Devashish, 48 more hours to go. We will again join back at 7 p.m. tonight for our Derby special. But clearly, এই প্লেয়ারদেরকে দেখে যেটা মনে হচ্ছে, দুটো ক্লাবেরই ভিজুয়াল আমরা দেখলাম। তুমি মোহনবাগান পাঠিয়েছিলে দেবাশিস, রাহুল ইস্ট বেঙ্গল, প্লেয়ার্স আর কোয়াইট রিল্যাক্সড ফ্রম বোথ টিমস। এখনো অবধি ইটস কোয়াইট রিল্যাক্সড and looking quite good for both sides.
অ্যাবসলিউটলি বড়িয়া দা। এবং যেটা বললাম যে মোহনবাগানের জন্য যেটা সব থেকে বড় স্বস্তির খবর, যে আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজের ফিট হয়ে যাওয়া। আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজ যদি ফিট হয়ে যায়, নাথিং উইল বি নাথিং লাগে। কেন আলবার্টো এবং টম অলড্রেড, যেটা মোহামেডান ম্যাচেও খেলেছিল, যদি এই দুজন যদি খেলে তো ডেফিনেটলি ইট উইল বি আ হিউজ বুস্ট। হিউজ বুস্ট এই কারণেই যে আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজের না থাকাটা কিন্তু একটা সেটব্যাক হতো। কিন্তু আজকে যেটা প্র্যাকটিস দেখে যেটা অনুমান করা যাচ্ছে, যে আলবার্টো রড্রিগেজ মনে হয় ডার্বির জন্য তিনি আস্তে আস্তে তৈরি হচ্ছেন।
So on that note, we will come back at 7 p.m. again. Devashish, Rohan, Rahul and I, আমাদের special Derby build-up show, Derby Radda. Derby Radda with stories and updates and news and every other detail. আর আজকে at 7 p.m. we are going to play the first clip of the Jose Molina interview. কালকে পুরো ইন্টারভিউটা আমরা চালাবো, বাট আজকে 7টার সময় the first clip of the Jose Molina Derby special interview, completely focused on the Derby. That is what we will play at 7 p.m. this evening. Devashish, thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Get home by 7 o'clock so that you can join the special show. See you soon in an hour and a half from
Thank
now.
you, thank you. Yeah.
Gargi and Shubhan's joined me. Shubhan and Atro, there you go. Both of them, unfortunately, still under the umbrella. What is the update? Shubhan, Rohit Sharma coming to the ground to check the wicket. That was an interesting visual. Tell me.
So yeah, the entire day was a damper, as you wrote in the group. We were expecting some sort of play, but unfortunately, that could not happen due to persistent, insistent rain. But thankfully, a few players did turn up for an indoor practice session. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Ravichandran Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav, along with Abhishek Nair, they headed towards the indoor nets, which is at the NCA, the old NCA, and they trained for around 40-45 minutes, and by the time the day was called off, after 15-20 minutes, we saw the groundsmen remove the entire covers and all, and then Rohit Sharma came in and checked the pitch, how it is looking at, because yesterday he could not check the pitch due to rain. It was under covers. So it was a good time for Rohit to come up along with a few coaching staff, not the head coach and all, but the throwdown specialist and all. They turned up along with him, and after that, a 15-20 minute session of close watching the pitch, and then he was off towards the hotel. Tomorrow, let's see. The prediction, the forecast looks still very bleak for tomorrow, but hopefully the groundsman. I was witness to the sub air drainage system today. There was a huge. I even tweeted the photos at 3 o'clock. I clicked one photo. At 3:05 I clicked one photo. There was a huge water log jammed in certain areas of the ground, and within 5 minutes it disappeared. It was dry as anything. So groundsmen are very confident that even if we get 1 hour of low rain, then we'll make the ground ready, we'll make the pitch ready for play. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Boryada, to have some sort of play tomorrow.
And Shuhan, I mean, the prediction for the rest of the day is also pretty bleak. Can you also, before I go to Gargi, who's joining us from the shooting range, where India got another medal today in Akhil Shevran, but heartbreak for Ridhim Sangwan. I'll go to her in a bit, but tell me something between you and Atreo. What is the impact of this? Suppose the match ends in a draw. If there is more rain, what is the impact on the WTC cycle and the Border Gavaskar Trophy? If Atreo can give us any one of you,
WTC.
any one of you, what is the impact? What is the impact on the WTC cycle?
See, if you look at the WTC equation right now, India needed, before the start of this match, India needed 3 wins and a draw to not to reach the final, but to confirm their place in the final. It doesn't mean that India will not reach the final with anything less than this. So, if this test match, we don't have a result in this test match in Bangalore because of the weather, it will certainly deny India a chance to seal those 3 wins from this series. But it will not be it will not have a crushing impact on the prospects of the Indian team as far as the WBC final is concerned. Because we have to remember that after Australia play India in 5 test matches in Australia, they travel to Sri Lanka for 2 test matches next year. So Australia's chances are also, it doesn't mean that if India do not get these 3 wins from this series, Australia are through and somebody else is also through. It's not like that. So India at the moment still remain firm favorites to reach the final, and it will. At this moment, actually, it's very difficult to see that two more teams overtaking India on the points table. So WBC is definitely a consideration, but as far as India is concerned, they probably would have liked or wanted to seal the deal from this series, which may not happen. But it doesn't mean at all that India are losing out on anything, Boria.
Yeah, very, very, very good to know this. I mean, that was clearly an overall kind of picture which puts things in context. Shubhan, from the little that you've seen, you were sending us photos of Rohit Sharma inspecting the wicket and all of that. So, give me what is the weather prediction for tomorrow? Question one. Are there any kind of windows for dry periods, 2-3 hours? If you have a dry window, because yesterday I was looking, I think between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock seemed to be relatively dry. So can we expect any kind of play tomorrow? One, and from the pitch, what are you seeing? I mean, what kind of a wicket can we expect?
So on weather forecast, I think the Bengaluru city, it is under orange alert for today and tomorrow, due to rain. So the schools are shut for all the kids. Even some of my friends who stay in Bengaluru, they struggled really bad to reach their respective offices today. So for daily commuters, it has become a bit of an issue due to the rain. But hopefully we'll get some sort of play. If not the entire day of play tomorrow. The weather, uh, though it is looking a bit bleak, as you said, there's a gap of 3 hours where no rain is predicted, and if it happens, then I'm not seeing an on time start, because tomorrow 8:45 is supposed to be the toss time and 9:15 is the start time, early start time, that we get from the general days of play, where we start generally at 9:30. So let's see whether we get an on time start. It certainly looks that we won't get it. But if we get, then it will be a surprise to me. But the forecast is not looking good for the entire week and till the next Friday. Not this Friday, but the next Friday. Every day there's some sort of rain predicted. Even in Pune, where the second test match is being played, is under heavy showers, heavy rain. So the impact of Chennai cyclone, I think it is widespread in the entire southern belt, southwestern belt of India. So as Apro was saying, if we don't get a result here, and if we don't get a result there in Pune, then it might become a bit tricky for the Indian team, because you want to go to Australia with a free mind and try to win the series there, and not think about WTC final and those sort of permutation and combination. And coming to Rohit Sharma, I spoke to a few groundsmen also, and they were saying it's a mix of red soil and some bit of clay content in that pitch. So we are expected to get some spongy bounce out there. Given the weather around, both the teams are expected to play three pacers who will extract the maximum out of this pitch, given the clay content in that red soil wicket. But for Rohit Sharma, it was good because you see, Shubman Gill is under a bit of a a sprained neck. So he gets an extra 24 hours. Rohit Sharma did not get to check the pitch yesterday because it was all under covers due to rain. So today he got a fair idea of what sort of pitch you could expect from the play, and that is where the Indian team will decide their playing 11, because in the pre-match press conference, Rohit said, I have not checked the pitch at all, and on the morning of the match I'll try to check and then decide on the playing 11. So whether you want to play a Sarfaraz Khan, whether you want to play three spacers in that playing 11, will be decided all tomorrow. But certainly the Indian team management, the captain Rohit Sharma, have got the extra 24 hours to decide on the playing 11, and of course to read the pitch as well. Buryada.
So final question before I go to Gargi. I can see some people walking behind you. এখন কি বৃষ্টি পড়ছে না? I don't see umbrellas. I
No,
mean, I
no.
see people. Is it dry now? I mean, is it not raining now?
It's not raining at the moment, but it can rain any moment. I mean, if you I mean, it subsided a bit since the afternoon, since around say 2 o'clock or thereabouts. It has not rained heavily, but looking at things right now, it can start coming down any moment. I mean, the most sought after object in Bangalore for the people of Bangalore at the moment is an umbrella or a raincoat. So, I mean, people around
I don't
us
see
that we
either
can.
of you. I don't see either of you having either an umbrella or a raincoat. You have one above
Uh,
you there.
yes. And when you go somewhere, you usually normally do not pack a raincoat in your with your luggage, right? Do you? So we didn't do it, and now we are repenting that fact. On a serious note,
Oh
as
Lord.
Shubhain pointed out, that an orange alert has been sounded in Bangalore for today and tomorrow, which means that even though it's not raining at the moment, it might anytime. Schools have been shut, so you can
Yes.
understand the seriousness
It's pretty bad.
of this wet spell. So we will
It's
keep
pretty
our
bad.
fingers crossed. We will hope that the Bangalore ground is in excellent shape, and the drainage system is state of the art, as people are claiming, and there will be play if there is no rain for 1 hour. But since day before yesterday, we have been seeking for that. We have been looking for that 1 hour, which hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that elusive
Good.
1 hour is what we'll wait for, and hopefully we will get that elusive couple of hours of play at least tomorrow. Shubhayan and Atrio, thank you very much for joining me. Keep sending us all the updates like you did all through the day today. Thank you very much for joining me. Over to Gargi now. Gargi, Akhil Shauran gave us some solid things to cheer, and coming back from the sixth and
Okay.
seventh position, going up. Shubhayan, Atrio, thanks a lot. Akhil Shauran pushed up the ladder and got us that elusive medal. But again, a heartbreak for Ridhim Sangwan. I mean, yesterday, one bad shot and she came fourth. Today, she was tied for 27, three-way shoot off almost. She was at one point in time leading 21. That 5-on-5 was a brilliant one set from her. But then that heartbreak from Ridhim Sangwan, you were there. Can you just give us what exactly transpired? Is it mental? Why is it time and again happening with Ridhim Sangwan? So Akhil Shauran and Ridhim Sangwan. There were some others who were there as well, Aicha and Singh and some of the others. But first, Akhil Shauran and Ridhim Sangwan, please.
To start with, of course, rhythm, and then we'll get to the good part then. But rhythm looked very in rhythm actually when she started. When she started shooting, and she was, for two or three series, she was tied at number one with three other shooters, and after that she was tied at number two. Till then, she was doing perfectly well, and I don't know what happened. I think it's pretty mental, like you said, because I was sitting right behind her coach, and I could see that when those ties, the shoot-offs were happening, she kept looking back at her coach, and he kept doing, "Come on, come on." So I think it's pretty mental what's going on with rhythm right now, and she's just looking for validation, or she's looking for some comfort from her coach after every shoot-off, and you saw, the last shoot off that she did, she missed all of her, just one. She just hit one of her shots, and I think that was a pretty decline from what she did earlier. And from where I was sitting, I could see that she was very nervous and she was a little bit fidgety. She kept looking back at her coach, but her coach was busy, so he was looking somewhere else. But she kept looking back, and trying to get that validation from her coach, but couldn't get it at the end. And I think, like you said, it's pretty mental. For Akhil Shoran, of course, he came in with a very strong mentality. I spoke to him after his bronze medal, and I asked him, you made that jump from sixth, seventh to third, and then it never changed. You were there, you were solidified at that position, and he said that when they announced my name, they said he was fifth in the Olympics, and he said I wanted to change that, because that hurt me sort of. But he changed, and he did change that. He just wanted to prove everyone wrong. He wanted to remove that fifth in the Olympics tagline from his name, and he did so. And I also asked him about the crowd, because the crowd was really going wild for him and really cheering him on. He said, they made me nervous at first, but as I started doing well, those nerves went away, and I looked back and I saw that everyone was cheering for me. So I took a lot of inspiration from that as well. So, but overall, when you look at it, two very bad days for India when it comes to the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, Akhil Sharan, what Gargi meant was not the Olympics, but the World Cup. So,
Oh, so, yeah.
unfortunately, he had missed out on the Olympics. And in fact, that is one question that Gargi started with, the Olympic
Yes.
heartbreak to, if you watch the interview, it is already out there on the platform, that Olympic heartbreak to this bronze medal, and talk about the journey. And Akhil actually said that he's moved past that heartbreak, and he's got a lot of time to process that. And that's something that she asked. And yes, when he shot a 10.9, the whole crowd erupted in that shooting range, in that finals hall, which was excellent. I was watching it on the YouTube channel, and that was pretty much there. As far as Rhythm Sangwan, this is becoming a bit of a worry. She's an extremely talented shooter. But then this happened with her in the Olympic Games. This happened again here. In the Olympic Games, we did not talk much about Rhythm Sangwan because everybody was focused on Manu Bhaker, and Manu Bhaker delivered. Unfortunately, here that did not happen. Gargi, if I could ask you about Vijay Veer Sidhu and Anish Bhanwala. Vijay Veer Sidhu, after the first, precision, was 293, if I remember right, and was in the third position. But after rapid, he sort of slid down and number seven and did not make the final. So as you said, if I take the 2 days, Arjun Babuta missing out because of one shot, Ridhim Sangwan close to a medal, 2 consecutive days, India could have ended up with 5 medals at least, and we ended up with two. Now that is a underwhelming performance, especially when you keep in mind that this is on home soil. Gargi?
Yeah, I completely agree with you when you say that it was a very underwhelming performance from the Indian shooters. We only have two medals so far, which is one bronze and one silver, and it's sort of downgraded from the silver yesterday that we had. Sonam, who started playing just 2 years ago, by the way, I found this out. She just started. She picked up shooting just 2 years ago. I met her coach as well, and but like you said, very underwhelming performance. And after uh, the kind of performances that we had in the Olympics and the crowd that it brought in, you expected to see a lot more from the Indian shooters, because this is a sport that there's new interest in, and people are really excited to watch it. I wasn't here yesterday. I was at the hockey auction, but I had heard that maybe fans weren't allowed or something, but a lot of people had shown up today. They were fans. I'm not sure about that. I'm not confirming that, but a lot of people are showing up, and you could see the stands inside are packed. They are packed with fans. They're coming in, they're taking selfies and taking autographs. So this is what you want for shooting to happen. But when you see an underwhelming performance like this, it sort of kind of discourages the crowd to come and watch an event on a weekday, which is something people are actually doing, buying tickets and coming. You're on mute.
Yesterday Yusuf Dikesh went on record to say that if because of him people are watching the sport, it's great. And he said that at times a silver medal is better than a gold, and in his case that is the case, because
Yeah.
Rohan had put out a photograph of Dikesh sitting in the stands also. So that was quite funny. And the presence of such characters, Yusuf Dikesh for example, has added to the sport of shooting. Gargi.
Absolutely. I saw some of the Korean shooters as well who went very viral, incredibly viral during the Paris Olympics for their, for their costumes, not costume, but their kits in, bright, vibrant colors and their fashion choices. So they were all there, and these are the kind of things that develop a sport in some way or the other. If not, you're getting a lot of attention into shooting, be it Yusuf, be it the Korean shooters that went viral for their fashion. It's always a good thing, when you have eyes on a sport like shooting. It's a good sport, and any kind of attention is welcome. But to
Yesterday
also,
apparently, yeah, go on,
I was about to talk about Rhythm Sangwan, because
please.
like I said, she looked a bit jittery by the end, by the second tied round that happened, and we wanted to figure out, what went wrong, what was she thinking about, was she nervous or not, was it the nerves that got her? But she did not speak after the match, and a lot of people actually, two three not two three three four media persons actually went up to her and her support staff as well, and asked if they could do an interview or talk to her. But she said no, and she had immediately left the range. So wish we could have spoken to her and figure out what happened, but another day, I guess.
Yeah, and she's young. She's very very young, and it is important that these things do not impact you mentally, because it could scar you. For Rhythm Sangwan, this is happening quite a few times now, and this is not something you would want to see get repeated. It happened at the Olympic Games, one can take that,
Yeah.
but it happened at home 2 consecutive days. Yesterday, because of the date, she was very much within striking distance of a medal, almost there. She shot an 8 and unfortunately lost out by point 0.5. Today she was very much there, 27, and then
Yeah.
again a multiple way shoot off, and she lost out on a medal. It was that close and that far, and this can have a real kind of impact on
And
Rhythm
her
Sang.
coach was saying that she was shattered and did not want to speak to the media. So you can tell
Yeah,
that
and
she's not
it
feeling
is
good
very
about this.
natural. It is very natural that you would feel the heat, you would feel the disappointment, you would feel that why is it happening with me time and again? I'm coming close, and the medal is continuing to elude me. Tomorrow it's trap and skeet day. Once again, we will have all the updates from the Karni Singh shooting range, the ISSF World Cup final in Delhi, and day after it'll sort of move to the Vedanta Delhi half marathon, where Valerie Allman is the IEA, the International Event Ambassador. So Gargi and I will both be there. I'll also come to Delhi for that. So we will bring you an interview with Valerie Allman. And there are some other guests who are all coming for the Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon. The ones that I know are Chirag Shetty, Deepa Kormokar, Yogesh Kathunia. Quite a few athletes are going to be there. So we will talk to all of them. But of course, Valerie Allman the star of the show, and a fantastic lineup at the Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon. Gargi, I'll let you go. I mean, pretty disappointing day, but that's what happens. Sport teaches you to face these hardships and face these disappointments, because that's how you get better. Thank you for all your updates and your reports from the shooting range. Thanks a lot. So for everyone else, I'll close the show on this note that in exactly an hour and a half from now, we will come back with our Derby special, and we will have the first glimpse of the Jose Molina interview for you at 7 p.m. Derby special, 7 p.m. Jose Molina interview, first clip. Keep watching, keep subscribing, keep backing multi-sport, because that's the way forward to get to where we want in India as a sporting nation. Thanks for watching.